right, July 1st, 2025, day 3 of the Queens Bus Network redesign. So this is what the Q46 sign looks like, unit 8526. I'm just here waiting for 25 because I'm going to head over to 7-Eleven in New Hyde Park to get the red velvet cookies. So there's a proof of it right there, right in action, you know. I was debating, you know, it's humid out here, but I don't know, maybe I might just do my normal Bagel Boss walk because I need my steps in today. But yeah, we're going to take a look at the buses in action today, see what's going on over here. I'm thinking if I walk from Bagel Boss, I know the N22 schedule very well. I don't have to wait that long for the westbound bus afterwards, so that's what I'm probably going to end up doing. But yeah, we're just going to take a look. And I think what we're going to do today is we're going to take a trip to Fresh Meadows later on. I'm hoping that this works out. Take a trip to Fresh Meadows. I'm going to take the 88 local up to CBS. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find out where the Q45 begins, because I'm not too thrilled where they have the Q45. So I'll explain things in the video as we go along today. But I'm just here waiting to get further into New Hyde Park on this humid day, or it's supposed to rain later this afternoon, so yep. Alright, so on an unrelated rant, I'm just going to say about the 7-Eleven on Hillside Avenue and New Hyde Park Road, they at least need 2 cashiers or some kind of way to make the process, you know, the checkout process a lot faster, because I almost missed my N22 bus. Because I decided to go see a friend of mine out in Woolston Park as usual, right? I told her, hey, I'm going to be there after 2 o'clock last minute. I told her, hey, I might be able to come last second, you know? And I'm like, it's going to surprise her today. So thankfully, it almost worked out, which it did, to do both. Get what I needed in 7-Eleven, do that. No. Instead, the lady in front of me, she has multiple items. I'm trying to see if the 22 is going to go back west. Maybe I can just say, you know, cut my losses for the day, head back to Queens. The only good thing before that was at least I was able to go to the Bagel Boss and Lake Success, right? And one more thing I want to say. I had so many magazines to label at the hospital. Because I didn't come in last week, right? Because of the heat wave. I wasn't going to go out to New Hyde Park last week in the heat. 100-degree heat last week. I mean, with the humidity today, it felt like 90-something. But still, the magazines had to get done because they had to go out to the patients before the 4th of July. That's another reason why I was all, you know, antsy to do what I had to do today and get my errands done. No. The guy's taking too long. I'm like, wait a minute, I can go to Woolston Park see my friend today. And then I almost missed the eastbound bus. You know how inconvenient that would have been? A whole half hour. A whole half hour for the next bus to go to Mineola. Like, really. So, it's not just New Hyde Park that I've been having a problem with. The 7-Eleven right by Osdom Hall on Francis Lewis and Northern, they used to have 2 cashiers available all the time. Now they're down to 1 cashier all the time. I mean, the New Hyde Park location, that's no problem. If you have a long line, people can wait if they need to, right? It is what it is. The guy looks at me, he's like, you're not going to... I'm like, no, my eastbound bus to Mineola's coming. Like, I'm not going to wait a half hour out in the humidity. It's a good thing my friend told me to go home, because she was right. I mean, if I didn't go home, or would try to go home, you're going to see later on in this video how I got manipulated by Queens Village Bus Depot. It's not going to go well. So, coming up next, let's just show you what happened today with the N22. Then we're going to transition into what happened with Queens Village Depot manipulating me with the Q88. And then I'm going to make my rant about why I'm not too thrilled with the Q45 bus. Oh, looks like we got a breakdown here on Nice Bus. On unit 1892, N22 heading to Jamaica. Don't know if we're going to break down because this bus was shaking earlier. And the bus is beeping. So, don't know if that's a good sign. Let's see if this guy's going to try to get the bus back. member. I honestly think Bruce Blakeman cares that I could have just lost a good 25 minutes trying to get back to Queens here at Marcus Avenue. So, Seth Kozlow, one day I really hope you ride the buses out here in Nassau, because a person like me who needs to use the system out here, because again, I frequent Nassau County frequently. Everybody knows this about me. I use the nice bus system at least once a week on a given base. And it's 2:37. And this bus broke down. We had to probably would have waited another 25 minutes, and then we're gonna jam on to the next westbound bus, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people, which includes me. So yep, there's that noise again. That is not a good sign. Now, the only good thing is, if this unit breaks down, we are in Queens. So if we have to get on the Q43, it may not be that bad, but then here's the problem. Remember, Queens Bus Network redesign is in effect. So if we break down and we have to walk further away to the next bus stop, that's going to be a problem. At least it's stopped because we're out Little Neck Parkway. So, at least from here, you know, if it did break down, it wouldn't be that bad because I could take the 36 back up to Union Turnpike. So, let's see if the driver's going to floor it. Alright, he will. But that's what I just saw at Q43 Rush. Don't think Nice Bus is accommodating the changes just yet, but this was one of the bus stops that was eliminated, I think. So, yep. Yeah, there's no bus stop here. Well, at least Nice is accommodating, unlike the MTA, because if that was the Q43, the driver wouldn't stop. So, let's see if there's a bus stop over here. No, there's not. See, there was a bus stop there previously. That's a problem, because that's a supermarket. On Jamaica Avenue, Q82, the new route, there's a supermarket on Jamaica Avenue, and they eliminate that bus stop. So instead of just complaining about this bus, it's now become me again complaining about the Queens Bus Network redesign. Just still. Yep, it's beeping again. That's not a good sign. I thought the lady wanted to get off here because somebody pulled the string. Alright? So I don't know what's up. Somebody gave it a hard yank. Yeah. Nope. So I saw somebody yanking the string, and what happened was, I don't know what happens. See, this is faulty equipment at its finest. You know? And again, does Bruce Blakeman care? No, he doesn't. Bet you a day since he became county executive 3 years ago, he's never ridden any of these buses. At least when Laura Kern was county executive, she at least had the decency of riding the Long Island Railroad. And believe it or not, she actually took the main line from Mineola. Whatever. Anyhow, it's almost 3 o'clock, so at least we made up a decent time, but still, I mean, I was afraid we were going to break down way back into Hyde Park. And if that had happened again, it would have been at least a half-hour wait for the next westbound bus. So, yeah. Well, as I said, Seth Kozlow, it would really be nice of you if you could ride one of these buses one day, because you're the Democrat nominee for county executive. You actually care about the working people who commute between Nassau and Queens. You would ride one of these buses and see the nightmare we have to deal with. But think about it, who's lesser of two evils? Think about that. Let's hope my stop didn't get cut. Oh, good. At least my stop didn't get cut, I think. Let's find out. Let's see. All right. So let me see here. So the 43 rush does stop here. Well, that's good. I don't want to have to wait for that light, very inconvenient if I'm waiting for the 88 to Elmhurst. All right, we're here at Springfield Boulevard, Hillside Avenue. Yep, Q27 saying it's rush. Right over here, we got customer service agents, which is a good sign, given that this is a busy bus stop. All right, so it's the Q27 rush. That's the name of it. They have put the stop notices here, so that's a good sign. But on our way back to the Fresh Meadows, because we're going to take a trip on the Q45 afterwards. Whew, boy, there's a nice breeze out here. But yeah, the 88 should be coming. I just saw on the tracker, so that's good. I bet you last week the 88 was packed because people wanted to go into the mall to escape the 100-degree day last week. And it's only almost 90, but I'm noticing the cold front's coming in, and that means it's going to rain later. So that's a good sign. Boy. Yeah, here comes another rush. One of the rushes. I think that's the Q1 if I'm correct. No, that's the 43, right? That's the 43 right there. So anyhow, that's what's going on here. I'm trying to get back to Fresh Meadows so I can go shopping and see if I can find this new Q45 route before it starts to rain. Because these clouds just look so mysterious. It's like, where's the rain? There's no rain? Oh well. Alright, we're here at 89th Avenue and Springfield Boulevard. I just wanted to see if they eliminated any other bus stops in Queens Village, because this is the neighborhood of our president and CEO of Passengers United, Charlton D'Souza. So the good news is, at least they didn't eliminate the bus stops that were for McDonald's and the Wendy's around here, so that's good. So at least they got some things right here. But look at this, the Q1 will not stop here. Q36 will replace service between Springfield. So yeah, imagine if it's a day like this, it's gonna rain, you wanna take the Q1 and you can't. So again, just another mismanagement of this bus network redesign. I also want to mention that I had to message New York City Transit just now on their Twitter X handle, the bus account, right? I had to tell them, hey, not acceptable that you don't have a Q88 route coming here. I mean, really, people want to go to the mall. It's about to rain. I feel a little drizzle, but I still got to go to CVS in Fresh Meadows because this location didn't have my Entenmann's. And I have a $3 off coupon. Now see, this is a Queens Village unit, alright? Now, if they had accurate dispatching, this guy could have been doing the other run after 306 to go to Elmhurst. But no. Wait, is that the bus? Oh boy. You gotta be kidding. So here's one example of how bad this bus network redesign is. That guy misled us. He said, oh, please take the next bus. But what I don't get, he had no passengers. And that was a bus stop. So, again, I'm not taking any chances because 8017's on the tracker. Again, this bus network redesign is a sham. And I'm in agreement with Charlton. I'm not taking any chances when it's gonna rain and I still have to shop in Fresh Meadows. This is what I get for spending the day out in Nassau County. Alright, if I'm mad, guys. I'm trying to keep this PG, you know? I'm just disgusted. I'm just completely disgusted right now. The fact that he had no passengers, he fooled me. The other lady, she's probably crossing the street because she has to get on the 43 or on the 1, right? This is just a nightmare. I was like, no, I don't want to get fooled again. I'm not having this happen to me. So now, hopefully 8017, he's down there. Can't believe I have to cross the street. And look, he could have stopped there and picked me up. I already would have maybe been on an air-conditioned bus. So, guys, I'm just disgusted. And I'm going to show you how bad the Q45 is because wait till we get to that part. I might be the only one who gets on board that bus. I'm just disgusted. Again, this whole bus network redesign, they claim it's supposed to make our lives easier. Not really. I'm not going to chance it. No. Meanwhile, there goes 27 Rush. At least I'm going to get on a bus. I'm just disgusted. Because that guy should have picked me up. How could he have his next bus please sign when clearly he was going to Elmhurst? Here I go, guys. I'm going to get on board. So another change in the bus network redesign is that they changed the font of the sign, it looked like. I got it there for a second. Yeah. I'm going to see if that font came. Here's the sham. I also want to mention the new Q74 bus is not even getting enough riders. Alright, we're at the Oval here in Fresh Meadows, 64th Avenue, 188th Street. So, this is what I don't understand with the new Q45 bus route. Alright, so they want to begin it here, okay? Now, this is what I do not understand with the MTA. All right, maybe I might not even get on this route because first of all, I'd only go from here if I wanted to shop around here and then go to the Training Kew Gardens, which that's a useful thing, right? So, I want to show you something to prove a point here, okay? This is a very important point that I'm going to prove once we get to our destination, okay? So this is all the shops here in downtown Fresh Meadows, because this is clearly the main downtown drag. Clearly it is. Union Turnpike doesn't count because, what, St. John's University? So anyhow, let's just prove a point here. The fact that we are going to begin the new Q45 route further down at 64th Avenue does not make any complete sense. Right? Doesn't. Now, okay, you can't make a U-turn further down there, all right? But if you go to 58th Avenue, there's a way that the bus can make a K-turn or something, right? So I'm pretty sure when you get your CDL license, they make you make these complicated turns with buses. So, I don't get it. I just don't get it. You're gonna make everybody walk further down to get the Q45? Not here. Not here. Again, just another example of how mismanaged this bus network redesign was. And they can't make the 45 stop up here? I don't know, guys. This has just been a complete headache. I hate this bus network redesign for many reasons, and this is just, yet again, one of the many reasons why I hate it. So I'm done. I'm not even going to get on this bus because what's the point? I'm going to walk home. I'm just frustrated. I'm done. I'm done. Okay? I'm just disgusted today. So that's it.